Hello, friends. How are you? Happy New Year. How did you celebrate? I hope everything is good, and I just want to wish amazing New Year to every one of you. I want to wish profitable year. I want to wish successful year and satisfying year. In this video, I want to go over the last year we had and to just to mark a few highlights from our last year and to make some expectations for the upcoming year. So let's start with the euro dollar. The highlights for this pair, as I remember them, were here. Since beginning of June, we had this up move, right? Then we had this down big move, down correction, right? Then we have this up move. Then the last clear down move we expected were from here. 140 to 30 was the target of mine from which prices um, from which level prices should go down, and I was almost right on the pips. It went up more, 40 pips, but since then, look what happened to the euro dollar, right? So it was a good year, and if you pay attention, all happened because of divergences I'm talking about, right? Here we got this bullish move. Here all this down move we got after bearish divergence, and of course here after bullish divergence, and the down move after bearish divergence, right? I will talk about expectations for the upcoming year, but that's just the highlight. For the dollar franc, the highlight was from January, for this of you who remember and were with me from for a long time now. This was our highlight, if you remember this. You can watch my video from the beginning of the 2010, and you can watch me talking about this trade. Right? It was an amazing trade. Took a few months because it was a monthly chart, but look at this up move all the way, much more than 1,500 pips. Right? It was a great move. The next pair we had a great move at was a Canadian franc. Just find this pair. Canadian franc. We were talking about these levels, as you might remember. After this up move and the meeting of the resistance here, we were talking about down move because of the divergence. And look what happened since then. You see the big drop? It was very, very, very powerful. Right? We had a fantastic down move on the gold because of the daily divergence. It was here, right? It was here because of this triangle. We got this down move. It was fantastic. I will talk about expectations as I said, but that's just highlights for now. We had also not so good trades such as Australian, New Zealandian, because of this uh, this double top that was not created, and the bearish divergence that was not created on the double top. It just kept going up, but as you can see, divergence still pushing the prices down, right? But it was a bad trade from here to here. We got this bad trade. We had another fantastic trade on the Euro British Pound as well on the weekly chart. From this double bottom combined with the bullish divergence, we had this up move, right? So this was these were the highlights of us, um, and I can say that if we have the same year, the same results in the upcoming year, then our situation will be fabulous. And now I just want to go over the long-term charts, all right? The long-term charts, and share with you my opinions about some of the pairs. Let's start with where this pair. Let's start with the euro dollar, all right? If we take a look on the monthly chart, right? What can we see from the monthly chart? We can see that the euro is trying to create a monthly triangle, right? It will take months between until this triangle will be broken. But it looks like, as for now, it is creating a triangle, right? It's a possibility that the euro will break up, and then we will see new heights. But don't forget all this bullish pressure, all this bearish pressure, the big engulfing from the last month, from November, right? The MACD that is still below the zero line, the RSI that is still below the 50, right? And we have a downtrend. The stochastic that is pointing seriously down, right? Don't forget all of this. So about the euro, the expectations are not clear, before we go for big long-term up move, we have to see this level being broken. Just let me shorter this line. All right, here. Okay, here we have this line, right? This triangle. Before, just if this triangle will be broken, then we can go for long-term up move. But as for now, for short term, I will talk in another video. All right, just for long term. Let's watch the New Zealandian dollar. Right, I just want to share with you some thought. Can you see this this pressure of the MACD? The slope is going down. We might see new highs being created on the New Zealandian dollar before the big crash. But be aware of this slope down, this weakness of the MACD histogram. It points that the volumes are getting lower and lower as we keep raising this pair, right? So again, as I said, we might see new highs because of the RSI pointing, because of the stochastic that didn't really cross down, right? Didn't really cross down, and because of the inverted hammer was deleted after 1 month, we might see another up move before the big crash. But first of all, the New Zealandian will have to break and to close above the 080 level, right? This level that is still a powerful resistance, right? What about the Australian dollar? The same situation. Can you see this divergence being created? Right? It is still early. It is still early, but it's definitely pointing that something very, 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 very bearish is about to happen. If I go to weekly chart, you can see it even clearer here. Can you see? This high will be definitely higher than this high that will be created, right? And when it finished, we will have a serious drop down. As for now, we are still very, very, very bullish for the Australian. Right? This situation, to be honest, reminds me this situation. Right? When this was created, then we had this kind of triple top, and then bam, more than 100, more than 1300 pips. Right? Just want to remind you the targets of the investors: 104, the first target 107, the big target from the investors. Right? For the Australian dollar. But be aware of this divergence, because when it completed, we will have a serious long run down move. Right? This is about the Australian dollar. What about the British pound? Well, the British pound is one of the unclear pairs. And why? Because from the monthly chart we had dodgy. Dodgy means nothing, right? Dodgy means nothing. The RSI looks bearish, the stochastic looks bearish, and even the slope of the MACD is bearish. What does it mean? I am not sure. Maybe the British pound is just about to create a triangle as the euro dollar as well, right? As for now, it's very, very, very unclear, and I have nothing to add more than I already did. But few interesting things that might interest you. The Swiss yen, for example, right? Watch the Swiss yen. Can you see the MACD? Right? We are getting ready We are getting ready for the stop. We are very bullish, and from my point of view, we are going to see 90 level being reached again, right? 90 level being reached again during this year, but then I can definitely expect for some real serious down move, right? Just to little summarize for now. Little summarize for now. We are very bullish on the market still, but we have a lot of warning signs from the MACD, as you can see already, right? If I go to indices, the situation will be almost the same. Watch this. For example, watch watch the Dow, right? Can you see the MACD, friends? Can you see the MACD? We are going to have something very bearish very soon. Well, where you might wonder where. Well, we have this resistance, right? We have this resistance around these levels. Can you say, right? We have these volumeless candles. I will not be surprised if we have one powerful or two powerful candles that will be blocked around these levels, and from these levels, bam, a crash down that will bring a big correction for all this up move. All right, the same about S&P 500, for example. Can you see the MACD? You see it, right? It reminds me very much the previous big crash. It reminds me very much, right? We also have a resistance here. We might see rises until this level, but from here, probably we will have a big long run correction, right? Probably. So it's definitely a lot of good things about to happen, right? And just let's go over the gold, for example, right? Can you see this MACD? Right? Can you see it? It will definitely bring a big, powerful correction all the way back to this line, right? So as long as we keep riding, and I am still bullish for the beginning of the year, right? I am still very bullish even for the beginning of the year, and I might say I will not be surprised if 1450 will be reached, and maybe even 1500s will be reached. But then this divergence will definitely bring a serious down move all the way until this uptrend line, right? So friends, uh, I just want to say again, there are very much more good ideas for trading for big long run moves, such as dollar yen, as you can see, and the bullish divergence on the monthly and the weekly charts. Well, I think that the market will continue at the beginning, at least the beginning of the year. They will continue the trend that already halted in the market, but we are about to see big U-turns and big corrections on the market. So be ready, friends, because when all the charts point on the same direction, it's definitely gonna bring a big moves. And don't forget the 6th of May this year. This was the best highlight. Can you remember this year, friends? Dollar yen, British pound yen, all the indices, right? You called it, for this of you who follow me for more than a half year, you called it Ribakov's day. Do you remember? You called it Ribakov's day. So just to remind you, after this divergence has been created, we had dollar yen and we had British pound yen. Can you see it? Bam! All this crush, and the same about indices. All right. So I say that we are going to have something familiar in this year. I just want to wish you one amazing year, this one, and just want to thank you for your support, and just want to wish us good luck, profitable year, and thank you very much for 2010. Good luck at 2011. Vladimir.